Bien, estamos acabando 2024 y la gente de Google pues está apostando como el resto de empresas por los agentes y en este caso pues ya aprovechando el lanzamiento de Gemini 2.0, lo que vamos a hacer o vamos a ver en este tutorial es el uso nativo de herramientas. Básicamente con Gemini 2.0 pues ha sido entrenado para usar herramientas, una capacidad fundamental para crear experiencias autónomas y pueden invocar de manera nativa como Google Share y ejecución de código, además de funciones personalizadas de terceros mediante las conocidas llamadas a funciones, así que usar Google Share de una forma nativa como herramienta permite obtener respuestas más precisas y completas, además de aumentar el tráfico hacia los editores. Es posible realizar múltiples búsquedas en paralelo, lo que mejora la recuperación de información al encontrar datos más relevantes de múltiples fuentes y simultáneamente combinarlos para mayor precisión. Y vamos a ver pues cómo se hace este uso de herramientas, bastante interesante.
These are examples of what you can build with native tool use in Gemini 2.0. Gemini 2.0 is natively built to use tools like code execution and Google Search. Here's a demo that combines tool use with real-time interaction, built using the new Multimodal Live API. Make a bar graph that compares the runtime of The Godfather and Oppenheimer. Add the other two Godfathers to the graph. Pick 3 random superhero movies and add them to the graph. Notice how quickly the model responded. That's because this is powered by our new experimental Gemini 2.0 Flash model. It's able to search and code while you interact in real time. One really neat thing about this demo is how easy it is to set up the graph renderer. All you have to do is describe what that tool does, like this. And the model, using this simple description you give it, figures out how to render graphs all by itself. We've open sourced this demo along with Colab notebooks to get you started. You can also explore tool use in AI Studio. Let's say you have to research New York restaurants, and you need to look up the phone number, address, and write a brief description for all of these places. We gave this prompt to the 2.0 Flash model, and look how quickly it does that for you. The model is writing search queries, retrieving info, and putting it into this table. It even provides citations and links so you can explore further. You can customize and control how tools are used in your applications. You might want to use Google Search for some things and not others. You can write instructions like these, telling it to only use Google Search for questions about sports. Then, if you ask something like this, the model will answer without using search. But if you ask this, it'll use Google Search to answer, just like you instructed it to. This ability, where the model decides when to use the right tool based on your instructions, is one of the strengths of native tool use in Gemini 2.0. These are just a few examples of how you can build your own multimodal AI agents with Gemini 2.0. Start building with Gemini 2.0.
Bueno, como veis, la era de los agentes está empezando y bueno, los desarrolladores pues también vamos a poder crear aplicaciones en tiempo real y multimodal con entradas de audio y vídeo. Hoy también OpenAI estaba presentando que ya puedes interactuar con audio y vídeo, era lo normal en streaming, desde cámaras y pantalla, recibes algo en la cámara y a partir de ahí pues puedes crear nuevas aplicaciones que hagan casi cualquier cosa, lo cual es una locura y admiten patrones pues, conversacionales naturales como interrupciones, detección de actividad vocal. La API pues, te permite la integración con múltiples herramientas pues, para abordar los típicos casos de uso complejos con una sola llamada a la API y consulta, pues vamos a verlo en el vídeo, cómo hacerlo, ¿vale? Así que han presentado también, están presentando esta segunda parte del vídeo, que es construir cuando utilizas multimodal y además no solo esto, sino que pues va a permitir a empresas startup hacer cosas súper interesantes con el espacio visual, creación de personajes, etcétera. Vamos a ver un poquito más el vídeo de este multimodal.
Okay, this is a quick demo of multimodal live streaming in Gemini 2.0, and we are casting a tab into AI Studio. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen. It's showing a document with the title Demo. It also contains bullet points and a Google Meet window with a person in the video. Is there anything in particular you would like to talk about on the screen?
Yeah, can you start the demo by just reading the text I highlighted?
Sure, I can do that. The text you highlighted reads: The Multimodal Live API lets you build real time multimodal applications powered by Gemini 2.0 Flash. It features tool use like Google search and code execution, function calling, and more. Would you like me to read the following lines too?
No, can you actually just tell me what this word means, though?
I can do that. Multimodal refers to the ability to process and understand different types of data, like text, images, and audio all together. Does that help?
Yeah, I need to demo the interruptions feature next. Can you tell me a really boring, kind of once upon a time sort of story?
Okay, I can do that. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled beside a quiet forest, there was a very unremarkable rock. This rock was gray and it was
Oh,
round, and it sat
sorry, I
there.
have to interrupt you.
No problem. I understand that interruptions are part of the demo. What should I do now?
So we're going to demo memory. Can you just summarize everything we've seen or heard so far?
I can do that. So far, we've discussed a demo of the Multimodal Live API, which lets you build real time multimodal apps, and I defined what multimodal means. I was also asked to tell a very boring once upon a time story, but I was interrupted. Is there anything else?
No, I think we're done. Do you want to read this ending card or should I?
I can read it if you would like. The ending card says, Start building with Gemini 2.0 at aistudio.google.com. Is that correct?
Bien, como vemos, el tiempo de latencia pues cada vez es menor, con lo cual se pueden hacer grandes cosas. Vamos a ver por último este de con imágenes nativas de salida, ¿vale? Que como veis es otra de las aplicaciones que va a permitir hacer cosas milagrosas. Vamos a ver el
These are
vídeo.
examples of native image output in Gemini 2.0. Gemini 2.0 can now natively generate images as part of your conversation. Let's say you want to imagine how it might look to turn this car into a convertible. With today's AI tools, this takes a lot of work. You might have to manually mask out this roof area or write a really complex prompt. We brought this image into AI Studio and sent it to the new experimental Gemini 2.0 Flash model. This is a real-time screen capture, and all the prompts you'll see in this video are things that early testers can now try. And this is the entire prompt we gave it: turn this car into a convertible. And it generated this image. Here they are side by side. Notice how it successfully modified the car, but also managed to keep the rest of the image consistent. This is difficult in many AI tools that use separate models, but here it's all being done by one model. And we continued the conversation saying, imagine the car full of beach stuff and change the color to something that feels like summer. Explain as you go. The model began outputting text. It explained its idea for a new color, then showed it to us. But the really neat thing is that the model kept going. It went right on generating another image with the car full of beach gear. Remember that this is all a single response of text and image token.
Bien, como vemos, esto la verdad es que es una maravilla. Los agentes que está lanzando la gente de Google, os voy a dejar el link más abajo, ¿vale? Y el último pues será este también, que entiende el espacio. Así que bastante bueno y con un rendimiento pues mejorado de estas versiones. Como siempre, darle a like, suscribiros y nos vemos.